movieweb.com.
This is your directorial debut, and I'm wondering, why did you pick this particular story?
I chose the story, I found it and I just, something in it resonated with me. I liked the idea that you could, that people could come together and kind of connect or reconnect under very kind of tragic circumstances. And, I liked exploring the idea that, that necessarily like family wasn't necessarily who you were related to or blood related, but that kind of who you can connect with and kind of bond with. And I just liked all the journeys that the characters took. I liked a lot that, Kevin's character Tom is a very kind of shut down kind of guy and having a lot of hard time kind of dealing with the circumstances of his life, but that, he kind of really comes around by the end of the film, and that you feel like he's really kind of opened up and changed. It's subtle, but that he does definitely have a journey, and that everyone's, kind of got their own kind of issues to deal with.
Were you going for the tearjerker, or did it just happen to come out that way?
Well, when I read the script, I cried at the end, and then, of course, when I read it like the 200th time, I still cried. So yeah, I figured it wasn't a comedy, but I wasn't trying to manipulate or really like sell, okay, I'm gonna really make a big tearjerker. It was just really meant to be just a very simple, quiet, emotional story. And if you got emotional, that's great, but I certainly wasn't trying for that, because I'm not big on, people, on trying to, beg for people's tears. But I certainly think the performances kind of warrant them because they're so good and real.
Yeah, I had a little bit of an eye allergy kind of come up
that's
at the end of that film.
For men.
Yeah.
Men do that. Like most men just kind of get like welled up, but nothing actually falls out of their eyes. Whereas women are a little bit more easy to kind of go there.
Why did you decide at this stage of your career to direct a film?
Well, when I found the script, I had it for a while, and I originally thought I'd help produce, and one of the producers on it and we worked on it for a while with the writer and shopped it around and kind of were getting feedback. And after a while, I just really felt that I had a vision for it, and I had a passion to tell the story. And I just felt that it was really important. It's something I wanted to do. And I had never felt that way after reading, material or working on it. And I don't know if it's because I had it for a while and it became very close to me, or if it was just this particular story, but it just was something that I felt like I had to do.
Did you always want to direct, and just like this story came up and you finally did it, or was it?
No, I hadn't always wanted to direct. I think in a weird way I'd probably resisted going there, just because I'd already, as an actor, had already kind of was in a job that my dad, is basically an icon in, and there was always kind of that, okay, struggling along as an actor, and that following in the footsteps of, and the association. And I probably somewhere in my mind thought, if I'm going to direct a film, then I'm really setting myself up for disaster, and completely, going to put myself in the snake pit on that one. But at the end of the day, I didn't even care about that. I kind of put that out of my mind and decided that I needed to direct this film, and that it was important for me, and I try not to think about it too much. I just tried to do the best I could.
What are your ambitions for the future?
I'd like to direct again. It was an amazing experience, and I love the process of storytelling. I also love post-production. Editing was such a pleasure to kind of take this puzzle and put it together, and I'd like to direct again. I certainly don't, I may want to act too. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of leave it to whatever, comes up and seems like the right thing next.